Becoming a champion isn't easy. I think of all the people who have helped me get to where I am now, the sacrifices, the amount of love. I wouldn't be the person I am, the player I am, without them.
Murphy with the all-time record. Murphy scores.
One of the best in the world. For myself, to get to even that Division I level, the 3 national championships, it takes the people around you, it takes family, and it's not just a switch you can turn on one day and say, I want to be great.
Wisconsin wins the 2023 National Championship, their third of the last 4 tournaments.
You know, our success came from looking around the room and realizing it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you look like, and it doesn't matter how much ice time you have. It's just about what you're doing for the team and, you know, are you rallying around people? Are you empowering other people?
Well, when you think about what it takes to get there and going through those obstacles and challenges, you think about who you're relying on and who you're getting your support from. It takes everyone, you know, it takes a village, it takes your family, it takes your friends, and without them, you don't really know where you'd be without them.
The unique thing about the Turning Point community that we have created and are continuing to grow is that it started with parents who were able to get resources and experts from all over the country and from Canada to really build programming specific and around their student.
Well, we had 1 student, 1 staff member, and we became certified with the Illinois State Board of Education.
Then it just kept going and going. It keeps growing to this day, and every year that passes, I'm amazed at how much better we get and how much more we learn and how much more we're able to put out into the community. And not just this community, but nationally and internationally through our research and publications.
There's a lot of environments set up for individuals with autism that have really good intent, but they don't have the resources and the access to a variety of things, whether that's the team itself, the amount of staff that you need, the equipment, the research, like the literature base. Those are all things that Turning Point excels at. I think that sets Turning Point apart from other organizations, focusing on the student and the individual person and their needs and building a program around them rather than creating a program and then trying to fit all these students with all different needs and all different personalities kind of into a mold. Turning Point creates a mold around the student, and that's why each individual student is successful, because we're meeting them where they're at. We're giving them access to what they need in that moment, and that's where growth happens. That's where growth starts.
We had struggled in district for a long time. We haven't thought about the bad days in a long time.
There's so many places that won't even give them the opportunity to be who they are. Again, they're so focused on deficits and what they can't do, there's no willingness to let them grow into the champion that they are. Growth starts from just giving them a chance. If you think about them coming to us as an intake packet, it's all based on deficits. So it's designed to tell you all the things that like our kiddos can't do. Yes, it gives you some information about their needs and where they may need help and where they may struggle. There's very minimal information about like who they are as a person and what they can do and how they show up and their personalities and their sense of humor. It's not until you actually are engaging with them, talking to them, playing with them, like giving them social opportunities, that's when you turn that packet into like a kid that has all the potential in the world. But you can't do that unless you're willing to open the door.
He has just thrived here, like socially, academically, everything about Jason has improved. It's because of this place.
We have several students who have started with us and then grown and have entered Special Olympics. They've accomplished so much. So a lot of these kiddos, their districts never thought that they would be able to participate in anything with them ever again. So to be able to overcome all of that and show up as an athlete on top of all of the other things that they've accomplished has been fantastic to watch. I also think it's huge for their families. They get to watch their kid develop into this champion athlete and like display a skill or do a thing that the universe and their school district and their therapist told them forever that they'd never be able to do.
My name is Jason. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm great at soccer and track. I'm going to Stockford State this year. I'm going to get this big medal.
Do you remember when you won the gold when you were racing the 200 meter a couple years ago?
Yeah.
What were you feeling?
Proud you.
Oh, you were feeling proud? I was so proud of you.
Drew came to us from a special education co-op, and I remember the day meeting him. When I come around the corner of this classroom, and there's Drew, surrounded by all his paraprofessionals. He's got this huge smile. You could tell almost immediately that he had so much skill, so much potential. Everything that people were saying that he couldn't do or struggled to do, he could easily do. He has a speech generating device to supplement his speech, so he used to refuse to use that. He's not an introvert by any stretch of the imagination, but he was more introverted in like working with his staff. But he made connections with his team so quickly, really came out of his shell, would display all of his skills. He's going back to his school district and participating in Special Olympics. He's participating in school dances, other activities that they have with us. He's out in the community every week. He's engaging with his peers.
Hi, buddy. How's your day going?
Was fun.
It was fun so far?
So far.
There's things we never thought we'd see him do. We never thought he'd ride a bike, yet he can ride a bike and do switchbacks in Colorado, and he now skis Black Diamonds.
He just skis all day with his instructor, and he loves it, the feeling of freedom.
And if you asked me that 20 years ago, I would say you're out of your mind.
Something that's unique about Turning Point is that home-to-school collaboration and consistency is really key. It has to happen all day, every single day. We're pushing really, really hard for the growth, and if it weren't for the collaboration, the willingness, the partnership with our families, we wouldn't be able to do any of the things that we're doing.
The kids and the young adults, they deal with autism every day. They don't get a day off. You know, it's 24/7, 365 days a year.
The need is growing, and the need is huge. It's significant. We have to be able to help the broader field so that more people can be doing this type of work the way we're doing it, and so that we can be sustainable enough to continue to grow to meet the need here in the Chicagoland area.
We always say Turning Point, not just like a life changer for Jason, but like our whole family. Somebody told me, one of his therapists one time, you have to get through the thunderstorm to see the rainbow. And here we are. This place has turned our whole lives around. He's where he's supposed to be.